Hey, everybody. All right. Hold on just a second. Give me another minute. Woo! All right. Now live. Good. Now, I wanted to see if there's a way to flip my screen. Sorry, everybody. I couldn't figure out how to flip Instagram's camera so that you can see the words on this better, but I will research it and figure out how to do it for tomorrow. But for now, I'll tell you what it says in case you can't read it. Hi, everyone. Okay. Hey, Luxar. Good morning. How are you? Good to see you. Okay. So today, I'm going to teach you the second level. Yesterday, I taught you the first level, which is your primary right, and this is the right from which all other rights stem. All human rights, everything that we consider basic morality, everything we consider the moral law. Now, I say the moral law because so much of what is in the law actually violates these rights, right? Because these rights were created, they existed long before the law. The law was created to kind of codify the rights, but anytime somebody in power is creating something like a society, a system, an institution, the law, right? They do it to protect and justify themselves. So they're going to feed a lot of stuff into there that is in their advantage, but is not actually following the accurate path, the moral path. Hey, Pedro. Good to see you. So, today we're talking about your next primary right. The first primary right you have is ownership in your body, right? When I say you own your body, I mean you have complete, full ownership of your body. You are the sovereign of your body. You get to decide what your body does, who touches it, anything that happens with your body, that is your decision. Hey, Karen. Love you, beautiful. Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Luxar. Oh, so nice. Okay, I'm glad to see you guys are connecting. Now, what is going on with this? If our primary right is in our body, right, which means I own my body, that means I also own everything my body does. Now on here, I've written here the ownership of the body, right? And that means I own my actions, thoughts, and emotions. So if I own my actions, thoughts, and emotions, the second ring is I own my creations. Hi, Netta. I own everything that I create. Now, why is that so important? It's like any other piece of property, right? If I own an orchard, if I own a fruit tree, if I own an apple tree, right? It's in my backyard. It grows apples. Do I own the apples? Yes, I also own the apples, right? I can take those apples, I can go sell them. See? So, anytime we own something, if we fully own something as our own property, then we own whatever is created from that property. You see? Now, this ring, why is this ring so important? So what am I talking about? Products. What are your creations? Let's talk about your creations first. What are they? Because they're not just what you think. Okay, they're not just okay. Well, you know, I made a, I don't know. It could be anything, right? I paint a painting. That's my creation. I own it, right? I write a song. I own that. You see? So if you write something, if you created something, if you came up with something, that's why we have stuff like property rights law. Because we want to allow people to make money off of their ideas and the things that they've created. Hi, Lorena. So What happens though when this ring is violated? How does this ring get violated? The violation of your creations, your ownership right in your creations. There's some really interesting ways it gets violated. And it's not always just what you think, right? So when I say you own your creations, it means you own the products you create, your inventions, your ideas, your reputation, right? Property is anything that has value. Okay, most people think of property and they think, okay, it's a cup, it's an object, it's a piece of land, right? But that's not it. When I'm talking about property in this sense, I'm talking about anything that has value. It could be an idea, it could be your reputation, right? Because your reputation has value. Hey, moon of this sky, we're talking about what our primary rights are. So your reputation has value. So how could somebody violate your right? Right? So you have created a reputation. You've worked hard at it. You've done good stuff. And if somebody goes out and tells lies about you, that violates your reputation, right? And then that makes it harder for you to say earn money or to get a good job, right? Because they've posted lies about you on the internet. That is, thank you, Lexar. That is a violation of your reputation. You see? So, what happens here when we're talking about creation? Oh, thank you, hearts. What happens here when we're talking about our creations? What are other ways? So sometimes people can just directly try to steal your stuff, right? They try to steal your ideas. They try to tell lies about you to harm your reputation. They might, yeah, right? They'll just go steal your shit, right? They steal your stuff, okay? So, but there's other ways that people try to steal our creations. What are they? Is there ways that it's possible that the government might do that? We're not going to get into that, but there's another way that people try to steal your creations. And this is a more subtle one, right? This is a more subtle one that kind of goes to the heart of some big issues that are happening, particularly with women and making money, okay? But I've seen it happen to men all the time as well. Well, what is this? This is where you've made a creation, but people are devaluing that creation. They are telling you that it's not worth something, or you need to just give it to them for free. Okay, and we're going to really get into this tomorrow when we talk about the next level, which is the deal, right? The next level is the exchange, because once you create something, then you get to exchange it for something else you want, right? But the abuse that happens in this level of creation is, hello, Juliana. The abuse that happens on this level of creation is where people are trying to undermine your value and tell you, okay, well, you need to just do this for us for free, right? Or this happens to women all the time, right? You're supposed to just work hard and, do all this housework and raise children and take care of everybody else, but you got to do it for free. See? They're not recognizing that your time is fully owned by you, right? That's your property, and you get to freely choose what you're going to do with that. And that is your full choice. Nobody else's opinion of what is important and what you should be doing or the value of your work, none of that is important. Okay? That's the level of the creation. So if you find yourself, and we're going to really dig into this tomorrow, because you're going to see what's the main way that people try to steal from you without you knowing it, without you realizing that they're stealing, where you're just kind of like, oh yes, of course, I should do this because I'm a good person. But in fact, they're stealing from you. And that is a really, really powerful realization once you get that. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But today, I just want you to first grasp the concept that when you own your body, that means you own everything your body does and creates. And that includes your mind, your thoughts, your actions, right? So I'm a lawyer, my services, right, that I create, the knowledge that I have gathered and the services that I provide, that is my property. I don't have to give it to anybody for free, right? I can if I choose to because I want to, but I don't need to feel pressured or obligated to do so for any other reason. See? Because I have full ownership of my body and the next layer of my creations. The issue comes when people come and they try to take away your right of ownership in your body or in your creations. And that happens all the time, unfortunately, in society, not just through cultural things, but also through so-called legal means, right? But I want you to be aware that these are primary rights. They exist prior to the law. These exist at a fundamental level, and they exist in our consciousness all over the world, because all of the legal systems are fundamentally based on this, even though they've been corrupted. So that is the very critical thing I'm going to share with you today. So as you go about, think about what are all of the beautiful things that I create in the world, things that I do work for, that are my property. They belong to me. And tomorrow we're going to talk about what do you do with them next. Okay? All right, everybody. It was good to see you. Good to see you, Lexar. We'll get into the next one tomorrow. And I will see you all later. Bye.